Hello and welcome. My name is Bilal Akil and thank you very much for joining. This is another episode where I'll be kind of painting and drawing freestyle, and we have the church bell behind. I am in a garden in Mayfair in London, and I will be kind of talking, just freestyling, no particular script in mind. You can have this as background music, well, not music, just kind of have background noise if anything. You could have this as perhaps as an inspiration if you want to, and or you could seek to perhaps learn something. I talk about philosophy, I talk about life, I talk about my life experiences, and I also talk about what I'm hearing. So I've not edited this, I've kind of kept the sound as raw as possible, and that's so that the background noise or whatever it is can be perhaps of a soothing assistance for those that have this as the background. I can't kind of get the whole smells and the feel and the temperature to you, but at least hopefully I can convey what it sounds like in London, and so I'll describe the best that I can to you, and we'll let the kind of ring of the church go on. So we will start. I want to do something freestyling without any pressure, and just that's it. I just want to, whatever comes to my mind, and I don't know, just something, just freestyling. It's not nothing to do with what I'm seeing or whatever, just whatever. It's like, this could be a car, I don't know. He wants to, I don't know. Just freestyling or not. This could be the houses, I don't know. Could be just not thinking of like the composition of a work. I'm just thinking of whatever I feel like. It's just, I don't know. Quite like this material. Right there. Oh, there's just elements of, I like that. The sky's blue, not as blue as this, but a nice light blue. I'll get some nice oranges in, quite rich orange. Oh, feels a bit tangy. So it's I've moved away slightly from figurative work. I just wanted to kind of just express myself quite in an abstract way. I want to. Oh, that feels really nice and juicy. Just a feeling we get this down on the paper feels so nice. Sorry. I just want to. Has a very different feel. So these two, very different feel. This is more kind of a waxy, oily kind of pastel, and lovely to make a little mess. And then this, when you apply watercolor to this, right, it goes. It just has a different kind of effect. But so if you apply it lightly, then this kind of will come out in a different wash. But and then I wanted to apply some of this as well, quite lightly. See what the purple would be like. I just want to. It's quite abstract. I don't know what that is or where that wants to go. But let's. Oh, I've dropped my brush. 1 second. Let's see if I can. Excuse me, I've dropped my brush. We'll continue recording. You can look at this, and just when you're sitting on park benches, anything kind of can fall through. That's what happens when you have this kind of open air studio. So I do want to paint with that brush. Anyway, where was I? Sorry about that. So I'm here. I don't know if the camera is slightly moved. So let's continue with that and see how we're getting on. Right. Okay. People doing crosswords in the background. Ooh. Nice yellow. Oh, yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy. That feels nice. So I said I'd talk about whatever I wanted and my weekly thoughts. I think sometimes when I'm drawing and painting, I don't have any particular thoughts. Sometimes it's just whatever goes through my mind. I always wonder when I'm looking at people's artworks, I always just wonder what they're thinking And I thought this perhaps might be an insight, at least to one artist, me, as to what goes on in my mind when I'm painting and drawing. I hope that these particular episodes might enlighten you. It's very rare that you kind of see, I think, artists draw and paint and talk at the same time, especially in London. But this kind of affords you the opportunity to see a work in progress without anything speeded up. It allows you to kind of see my at least raw thoughts on something and my reactions to the surroundings, which is also quite important. I'm hearing a interesting kind of engine noise in the background. I feel like doing something freestyle. This water is so let's open this up. I just want to splatter some, whoa, bit too much water there. Sorry, happy accident. Let's see. I think too much water. The paper can absorb it. Let's see if we can get some color in there. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Let's see. Oh, let's see what we can put in here. I'm feeling some kind of deep reds. It's just my mood. It's ended up purple. Okay, I want a deep red. Oh, let's see if we can get some of that rich deep red in there. Oh. Now when this dries, this will kind of leave its own effect, which is good. Call that a happy accident if you want to. Get lots of that lovely pigment in. Works quite well with that yellow. I just wonder if I want to have some elements of cars in here. Perhaps the reference to this deep red is the reference to Ferrari. Perhaps that's the Lamborghini. I don't know. Perhaps there's a kind of element of the car. Is it necessary to have it referenced as cars? Not really, not at all. Does this have to mean anything? It's funny. I kind of showed some artwork to this colleague of mine, and he wasn't particularly into art. And I showed him some of my abstract works, and he just kind of looked at me and like, oh. And he said, I don't know how to read works. I was like, well, no, you don't have to. It's like whatever you make of it. When I've posted some of my abstract works, I got some very interesting some rude comments, but that we can put as kind of trolls. It's certainly a departure from what I do. But I kind of enjoy this element. It has its own, I don't know, it has its own kind of language. It has a dialogue with me in a particular way. Baby crying in the background. Do you have babies? Do you have nephews, nieces? Do you have time to draw and paint? Would you like to have time to draw and paint? Or is this enough for you? Let me know. You know, when you draw and paint, sometimes it's quite difficult to actually talk to the camera as well. I try not to be too conscious of the camera. I try to I try and ignore, but it kind of, people pass by think I'm kind of a bit crazy talking to myself until they see these cameras that are on. Talking cameras, actually, people become really particularly conscious if they're on film, and I understand that. I notice a lot of people don't like to be filmed, which is understandable. I don't mind. I wouldn't be on this channel otherwise. But the mood varies. I think the water is kind of, I don't know what it's doing. Let's see if we can add some blues in here. I want to push this out. I don't have any. I do have a sponge, but I don't want to push it out. I want that water kind of, I don't know, I just want it to kind of be a purpley kind of color. I don't want it to be a reddish kind of color. Let's see, when you paint over oil pastel, that brings a very interesting combination. You can see my marks over that. That's quite interesting. I wanted to kind of have like a yellow. Let's see, perhaps become a greeny yellow now with this. Ooh. Oh. The good thing about kind of working wet on wet is that you kind of can mix the colours as you go along. It's like kind of adding spices to a biryani and just doga, you know, just gardajo. Keep going on, you know. I actually just feel like flipping to Punjabi. Bas, main karna bhi koi soch moch nahi hai. I'm just doing whatever I want to without any thought. For those that understood my few flecks of Punjabi, which makes me to think, if you want me to speak in Punjabi in future episodes, let me know. And for those that are kind of a Western audience in America or the United States or Russia, wherever you may be, let me know if you'd like me to speak in another language. How are the audience in Russia doing? And in Ukraine? I'm not making a political statement, I'm just generally asking about the well-being, because we never hear about the Russian people in the media here. We only hear really of whatever is relevant to us, which is quite interesting. It's a different conversation on media perhaps, and who controls the media and controls what we hear, what we say. And I'm quite conscious of actually even mentioning Russia, because some people will say boo, but I don't see what the boo is. It's a nation of people, and I have Russian friends, and those that went to art school with us also had some Russian friends. So yeah, I don't think one can just say, oh, you know, it's not Russian people that are to blame for particular wars. So I think it's always good to ask about people's well-beings and to reach out to them. I think the sanctions are unnecessary. It's my personal view. It does not represent the view of my employers or anybody else that knows me. And my view is only about sanctions and nothing else. I don't get anything or any subscribers from there, but I would welcome your comments. I would welcome if you're even watching. I don't know where this work has gone, focusing back, but I just wonder if it's a reflection of what's going on in my mind. But what's going on in my mind is quite dark, and to that end, I'd like to have some dark, I'd like to have some black in here. So let's put some black in here. Whoa, yes, very nice. Or perhaps we can just create a new painting. Right, so that's my work. Works quite interesting. Quite interesting. Let me know what you think. I think I could stop there. I've run out of space. It says something. I don't know what it says, but I tend to have, there's a dialogue happening. I quite like these small parts. I like the expression and lines. It works. I think we need to stop there. What do you think? Right, I think if I'm feeling dark in the mood, I'll do another one, for a dark, moody one. But I'm kind of feeling it's a bit more of a lively one. So perhaps I'm always tempted to kind of add one more mark. Shouldn't I? Just one more mark there. There we go. There we go. Last mark, that was it. No more. That's it. There you go. And the colour is kind of running. As always, feel free to subscribe, click on the notifications item bell if you'd like to see more of this, and if you'd like to kind of acquire this and donate proceeds towards charity, please feel free to go to my Instagram page at Bilal Akil and contribute if you want to. So thank you very much for watching. Until then, take care. Goodbye.